morning. This is June the 30th, Sunday, 2024, and we are in BBA second semester, section B, compulsory English class. Come in. Come in. Today we will study about the new chapter. We have some presenters. We'll call them later on. First, I'll present the chapter. So, we are reading about adaptation to new culture. Today, because of globalization, millions of people are moving from one country into another country. And mostly this movement is from the eastern countries toward the western countries. As these people move to the western countries for political reasons, for economic reasons, for entertainment reasons, refugees move, temporary travelers move, volunteers move, accountants move, researchers, professors, students, missionaries, business employees, teachers, athletes, players, construction workers, artists, musicians, writers, millions of people are moving to the Western world today. And as these people move to the Western world, they face difficulty to adopt the new culture and new communication system. So this essay will discuss the problems which people face when they go to a new culture or new country, and the writer will discuss how they adopt the host culture. So the writer will discuss 6 ideas or 5 ideas in this section on this issue. First 2 paragraphs introduce the essay, the idea. Then the writer talks about stress, adaptation and growth. What stress people face when they go to America, for example. How they change and how they grow. Then the writer talks about role of communication in cultural adaptation. The writer shows how personal communication plays a role in cultural adaptation and how social communication plays a role in cultural adaptation. After discussing the role of communication in cultural adaptation, the writer discusses the role of environment in cultural adaptation. Under the discussion of environmental elements which affect cultural adaptation, the writer talks about 3 things. The writer talks about host receptivity, I'll explain in a while. The writer talks about host conformity, and she talks about ethnic growth strength. 3 things affect cultural adaptation: host receptivity, host conformity and ethnic growth strength. Number 4. Number 5, the writer says predisposition also plays important part in cultural adaptation. What is predisposition? Predisposition is your personality, your characteristics as a person. So, how prepared you are before you go to America decides how fast you learn American culture. What is your ethnic background and how do the Americans perceive your ethnicity determines how fast you adapt to the new culture. How is your personality? Are you open-minded or conservative person? Are you strong, determined or weak person? Are you progressive or conservative? This also determines whether you will follow the new culture fast or slow. And finally, the writer summarizes. So if you get this in mind, this slide, so this slide presents the map of the essay. If you keep these 6 points in mind, you are ready for the exam. There are 6 things I said: introduction, stress, adaptation, growth, role of communication, personal communication, social communication, role of environment, host receptivity, ethnic growth strength, and host conformity. Then role of predisposition. In this you will see 3 things: preparedness, ethnicity, personality, then finally summary and integration. So I said, when people go to a foreign country, they face difficulty. Okay. Now, some people go to foreign country permanently. Some people go to foreign country temporarily. What happens when these people go to foreign country? Individuals go, immigrants go, seasonal workers go, military people go, accountants go, teachers go, millions of people go to foreign country. The moment they go, they have difficulty. What difficulty? Difficulty to communicate. They don't know their language, they don't know their manners, they don't know their behavior, so they have difficulty. When they have difficulty, what do? They isolate themselves. They don't go to market, they don't go to college, they stay home. They lock in the room. Why? Because they come out of the room and they face difficulty. They don't know how to ask boss kahan jane ho. They don't know how to ask party kati parcha. So they isolate. They contact new culture less and less. They engage in new culture less and less. Their adaptation is minimum. Nagari nahune work only they do. They confine themselves inside room, inside their home. Yesto garda ke huncha? What happens? They become strangers because they don't know others. Others don't know them. Why others don't know them? Because they go nowhere. Why they don't know others? Because they go nowhere. So others become strangers for them, they become stranger for others. Why do they become stranger? Because their Nepali thinking does not work in America, Nepali style does not work in America, Nepali belief, Nepali assumption, Nepali values, Nepali behavior, nothing works in America. So they become stranger. What happens when they become stranger? They have anxiety. They have anxiety. Why do they have anxiety? Because they face things and behaviors which they can't understand from Nepali cultural script. Somebody kisses in public and they don't know American ma chalcha yo. They have Nepali script. Public ma maya dekhaunu hudaina. Ahile ta huncha. Change bhairacha. Just example. Their Nepali cultural script does not work in America or Australia. And they have anxiety. So what happens? They have to learn American thinking, American feeling, American actions, American behavior, American way of doing things. Learning the American way is called acculturation. Everybody say with me, acculturation. 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 Learning new behavior. Say with me. Learning new behavior. Acculturation. learning thinking, learning speaking, learning behavior, acculturation. Okay. Learning new culture is called acculturation. Now, they not only have to learn American culture, they have to discontinue Nepali habit. होटलमा गयो खाना माग्यो ज्याम ज्याम हातले खा सबैले हेर्छ ला काँडा आएको यो पोरी मान्छे हातले खान्छ चम्चा काँडा चलाउनु पर्यो नि त अब एकचोटिमा खाना खाना गए चक्कु ल्याएर दिए म त सातो गयो के गर्ने होला चक्कुले भएर त ब्रेड काट्ने पो रहेछ अन्डा काट्ने रहेछ कि यो चक्कु आउँछ नि काट्ने अन्डा मलाई थाहै थिएन फर्स्ट टाइम गएको चक्कु दिन्छ खाने ठाउँमा म त दङ परेँ के काट्ने हो भन्छु म आई डोन्ट नो द्याट कल्चर आई डिड नट नो द्याट कल्चर We have to stop Nepali habit. That is called deculturation. Say with me. Deculturation. Unlearning habit. Unlearning habit. Deculturation. Deculturation. Unlearning habit. Unlearning habit. Deculturation. Deculturation. Acculturation. Deculturation. ए सुवेदी तिमी त्यो मुखमा चबाएर बस्छौ मैले भने बोल्दैनौ तिमीलाई गाली गर्छु मैले अब बोल बाबु बोल बोले भने बस्छ दिमागमा के खाइरहेछौ चुइङ खाइरहेछौ नखाऊ ध्यान त्यहाँ गइरहेछ कि we are learning new terms acculturation and deculturation, right? Okay. Now, when you go through acculturation and deculturation, you have stress. Yeah? You have to learn new ways. You have to forget old ways. Forget the old, learn the new. Problem, stress. Say, stress. Stress. Acculturation. Deculturation. Stress. यसो चाहिँ भन नातिकिन भन्दा कन्ट हुन्छ कि तिम्रो म किन गराइरहेको छु गर्मी छ ह्युमिडिटी बढी छ तिम्रो अल्छी भइरहेछौ निदाइरहेछौ म तिमीलाई डिल गराएको से विथ मी अकल्चरेसन डिकल्चरेसन स्ट्रेस ओके नाउ लिसन टु मी when there is stress there is psychological disturbance. Right? Listen to me. And when there is too much psychological disturbance, there is breakdown. There is breakdown. Right? Now look. When you come to America for the first time, this acculturation, deculturation is very strong. Yes. And you know, you feel kind of breakdown. That is called as culture shock. Say with me. Say with me. Culture shock. एकजना आमा जानुभएछ म बोलिरहेको छु रेकर्डिङमा कसै छोरीलाई आमाले अस्ट्रेलिया लानुभयो बीच घुमाउन लानुभएछ आमाले छोरीले आमालाई बुढी आमा नेपालको आमा साडी लाएर जानुभयो बीचमा त मिनिमम लुगामा सबै बसेको हुन्छ आमा त तर्सिनु भएको छ कि कहाँ ल्याएको छोरीले भनेर हटा हटा मैले ल्याए घरले गएर भन्नु कि कहाँ ल्यायो छोरीले मलाई भनेर बीचमा त लगभग नाङ्गे जस्तै बसेको हुन्छ उनीहरूलाई नर्मल त्यो कुरा होइन द्याट इज कल्चर सक द्याट इज कल्चर सक वाट इज कल्चर सक वेन यु कान्ट एक्सेप्ट देयर वे You can't accept their way. Say with me, culture shock. Say culture shock. Acculturation. Deculturation. Culture shock. Okay, now they say learn our ways. Your family says keep your ways. So your problem is you want to maintain your identity as a limbu girl. At the same time, you also want to follow the American identity and become a Barbie girl. So your problem is, should I be Limbu girl or should I be Barbie girl? So this tanav area, this tanav, should I be Barbie girl, should I be Limbu girl? That is called, what do you call? State of disequilibrium. Say with me. State of disequilibrium. Once again. Disequilibrium means imbalance. Hello? Disequilibrium means imbalance. You are not sure whether I should go with my habit or whether I should adopt new habit. That is called, say with me, state of disequilibrium. Say disequilibrium. D-I-S-E-Q-U-I-L-I-B-R-I-U-M. Say it. Disequilibrium. Okay. Now, when you have this problem, whether I should follow new culture or whether I should go with my culture, what do? You follow defense mechanism. Say with me, defense mechanism. Defense mechanism. बोल्ने नानी बोल्ने यो ड्रिल किन गराइरहेछ यो ड्रिल गर्दा टर्महरु दिमागमा बस्छ के हुन्छ दिमागमा बस्छ त्यहाँ बस्छ तिम्रो लेजी पनि हुँदैन से डिफेन्स mechanism. Now listen, defense mechanism is what you do to protect yourself in foreign culture. So first mechanism of defense is, say with me, selective attention. Denial. Cynicism. Hostility. Avoidance. Withdrawal. Selective attention. Denial. Hostility. Cynicism. Avoidance. Withdrawal. Now listen. Selective attention is आफूलाई मन नपरे मान्छेको कुरै नसुन्ने कुनै कुरा चित्त बुझ्दैन त्यता हेर्दैन इग्नोर गर्दिने I will attend only what I enjoy. I will ignore what I don't enjoy. Selective attention. Second के रहेछ denial. बुवाले फोन गर्नु छ छोरी अस्ट्रेलिया गएको छु भर्खरै राम्रै छ बुवा होइन राम्रो छैन रोइरहेछ कोठा but you deny राम्रै छ denial you deny this is not happening to me you deny the problem you deny the problem you कसैले बोलायो चाइनिज साथीले बोलायो you deny no I can't come अमेरिकनले बोलायो आज पार्टी जाउँ no I don't come deny you deny meeting you deny party you deny traveling people you deny visiting denial. Third is hostility. She's American, I'm Nepali, and I look at her like my enemy. You look all Americans as your enemy. You take them as your enemy. You shout at them. You are angry with them because you don't know their ways. Right? Then fourth is cynicism. After some time, you feel like you are going to be mad now. You are going to be mad now because nothing is working. Nothing is working. Then finally, avoidance. You avoid college. You avoid canteen. You avoid market. You avoid friends. You avoid teacher. You lock yourself in the room. And when it is too much, finally you say, Mommy, must shock the America person, ticket pathai, you come home. Withdraw. You come home. This is culture shock. What is it? Culture shock. Say with me once again. Selective attention. Denial. Hostility. के हो ब्याट्री सिद्धियो मैले खाना खाएको 16 घण्टा भयो हो त हिजो बेलुका 5 बजे खाएको हो त म मेरो एनर्जी हेर्नुस् न 55 12 घन्टा भयो, 9 बज्ला होइन, 16 घन्टा भयो नि त। मेरो इनर्जी हेर्नुहोस्, तपाईँको इनर्जी हेर्नुहोस्, यस्तो नगर्नुहोस् ल। तपाईँ लेजी भए म पनि लेजी हुन्छु, तपाईँ लेजी भए म पनि लेजी हुन्छु। ओके, से विथ मी, सेलेक्टिभ अटेन्सन, डिनायल, हॉस्टिलिटी, cynicism, avoidance, withdrawal. Okay, now the good news is that when there is difficulty, there is a motivation to solve the difficulty. Nobody develops without facing challenges. Nobody develops without facing challenges. गहुँको पिठोलाई थिच्यो भने रोटी बन्छ, थिच्यो भने के बन्छ? रोटी बन्छ। प्रेसर, the more stress you face, the more you are encouraged to change. घर फेरि जान त मिल्दैन, यसो चेन्ज हुनुपर्छ। म सो से विथ मी, स्ट्रेस, adaptation, growth, stress, adaptation, growth, stress, adaptation, growth. When you don't understand their way, you have stress. When you have stress, you say, I will change. When you change, you grow. When you change, you grow. So say, stress, adaptation, growth. Stress, adaptation, growth. Now, this growth, this change happens at 3 levels. This change or growth or adaptation happens at how many levels? 3. Say, cognitive level, affective level, behavioral level, or say, cognitive change. बोल्दै बोल्दैन के भयो भने तिम्रो ए भगवान खाना खुवाएर ल्याउने गाडी ल र। Cognitive change, affective change, behavioral change. Cognitive change, affective change, behavioral change. So cognitive change means changing the knowledge. Say, changing knowledge, changing knowledge, changing emotions and feelings, changing behavior. So you have to change your cognitive habit, you have to change your affective habit, you have to change your behavioral habit. For example, you have Nepali cognition style, you have Nepali affective style, you have Nepali behavioral style. You have to now follow American cognitive style, American affective style, and American behavioral style. अल्छी नगर्ने ल, मैले सम्झाइरहेको छु। मलाई सबभन्दा मन नपर्ने कुरा मेरो क्लासको विद्यार्थी अल्छी गर्यो भने, चाहे भोकै होस् चाहे जे होस्, सकिन्न क्लासमा बस्न बरु बाहिर गएर डिस्पेन्सरीमा बस्ने, खाना खाने, क्लासमा बसेपछि एकदम अलर्ट एक्टिभ भएर बस्ने। त्यसरी मिलिट्रीको मान्छे बस्छ नि लडाइँको मैदानमा, त्यसरी बस्ने। राइट, यु सुड बी लाइक द ट्रुप इन द मिलिट्री, रेडी, फायर भनेपछि फायर, बोल्ने भनेपछि बोल्ने, त्यहाँ कुनै लुन्जपुन्ज कुरा होइन, आलस्य नगर्ने। ओके, now look here. This is called stress adaptation growth mechanism. You don't understand their way, so you have stress. When you have stress, you are motivated to change. You are motivated to change. That change is positive. When there is stress, it motivates you to change, and when there is frequent change, you grow. You grow. This diagram is called stress adaptation growth mechanism. Say with me. Or stress adaptation growth dynamic. What causes stress? Acculturation and deculturation. You have to learn new way. You have to forget old way. Stress के लिए हुन्छ? अरूको बानी सिक्नु पर्यो, आफ्नो बानी छोड्नु पर्यो। त्यसले तनाव हुन्छ नि, बानी छुट्दैन नि, सिक्न सकिँदैन। अरूको सिक्नु पर्यो, आफ्नो छोड्नु पर्यो, अमेरिकन लाइफको बानी सिक्नु पर्यो, आफ्नो छोड्नु पर्यो। स्टेज त्यसले भयो। अब स्टेज के गर्ने भयो? अडाप्ट गर्न इन्करेज गर्छ। म अमेरिकामै बस्ने हो, मैले चेन्ज गर्नुपर्छ भनेर। चेन्ज गऱ्यो भने के हुन्छ? ग्रोथ हुन्छ। के हुन्छ? ग्रोथ हुन्छ। ओके, now there are some factors which affect the rate of adaptation. Some people change very fast in new culture. Some people change very slow to new culture. Some people can never change to new culture. This rate of adaptation is different for different people. So the question comes, what affects the rate of adaptation? The first answer is, communication influences adaptation. Communication influences adaptation. What is communication, miss? Talking is communication. What is communication? Talking is communication. What is communication, miss? Exchange of ideas is communication. The more you talk to the Americans, the faster you change. The more you talk, the faster you change. Now, there are two types of communication. How many? Two. Say with me. Personal communication. Social communication. Personal communication. Social communication. Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is personal communication? Look at me. My mental process, how I see things, how I hear, how I smell, how I taste, how I touch, how I understand, how I respond to my environment. That is called personal communication. What is personal communication? How I see. Say with me. How I hear, how I smell, how I taste, how I touch, how I understand, how I respond to people. That is called personal communication, which is, let me show you the slide. Okay. What is social communication? Say with me. Say with me. Intersubjectivization. Private symbolization. Private symbolization. Private symbolization. Intersubjectivization. Are you okay, Arya? Are you fine? ठीक छ? के गाह्रो छ? Look what I did. What I did? I walked down to her. I talked to her. ठीक छ? Are you okay? This is intersubjectivization. This is intersubjectivization. You interact with another subject. And intersubjectivization is social communication. Right now, I am having social communication. I am having social communication because I am talking to you. I am talking to you. Inter-subject. Subject means person. Inter means two. So, intersubjectivization is social communication. Right? Okay. So, in social communication, two or more people meet. In personal communication, one person thinks about him. Monologue jasto, right? Okay. So personal communication is offline computer. Social communication online computer. When you are online, you talk to 10 people, 20 people. When you are offline, you talk to nobody. So personal communication is offline computer like. Social communication is like online computer. Okay, also nagarne la. Okay. Now there are terms. Say with me, host communication competence. Okay, what is host? Look here. I am Nepali. I go to America. America is host country. Nepal is home country. America is host country. Nepal is home country. So when I go to America, will Americans follow my culture or I have to follow their culture? I have to follow their culture. The ability to follow the host culture is known as host communication competence. Ability to speak with the American. For example, what is host communication competence? Say with me, ability to speak with the foreign culture. Ability to speak with the foreigner. Ability to speak with the other. My capacity to talk with you is host communication culture. I am Nepali, you are American, all of you are American, I am in America, this is American class, I have gone to teach there, so I must be able to make you understand English, right? That is host communication competence. If you have very good host communication competence, you adapt to new culture fast. Now ask a question. What determines host communication competence? Frequent interaction. The more you meet Americans, the faster you learn their culture. The less you interact with the Americans, the slower you learn their culture. So if you want to acquire host communication competence, what should you do? You should meet them more and more. You should visit them more and more. You should talk to them more and more. No बुझे पनि. नबुझे नि बोलिरहने. बुझे न बोलिरहने. जाने न बोलिरहने. भेटिरहने. गाह्रो भइरहेछ भेटिरहने. घरैमा बस्यो भने you will not learn. बुझेन भनेर बोल्न बन्द गरे you will not learn. Right? Okay. Now, when you learn the host communication competence, there are three elements. Say with me, cognitive competence, affective competence, operational competence. Once again, cognitive competence, affective competence, operational competence. Now look, cognitive competence means knowing American knowledge, knowing American language, knowing American history, knowing American institutions, knowing American law, knowing American regulation, knowing American attitude, worldview, knowing American belief system, knowing American norms, knowing American rules. मैले अमेरिकन भनेको फेरि ख्याल गरेन ल, जहाँ गयो त्यहाँको भने है, फेरि तिमीलाई भरे सरले त्यस किन बनायो भन्ला फेरि. Knowing British culture पनि भने हो, right? Knowing their conduct and interpersonal. Say with me, knowledge, language, history, institution, law, regulation, worldview, belief, norms, rules, social conduct, interpersonal relationship. These are what help you gain knowledge in new culture. Okay. Now say affective competence. Say with me, ability to understand feeling. बिचारा यशस्वीलाई गाह्रो भयो, निद्रा लाग्यो होइन, के भयो यशस्वी? टाउको दुख्यो, राति सुत्न पाएन. अहिले मैले के गरेँ? I showed affective competence. I showed you affective. पढाइरहेको थिएँ, ऊ निदाइरहेको थियो, उसँग आएँ, के भयो? त्यसमा सोधेँ, यो के गरेको हो यो? It is called affective competence. Understanding his feeling. He is not feeling comfortable, so I came and I asked him, how are you? This is called affective competence. This is called knowing when somebody is angry, when somebody is lazy, when somebody is envious, when somebody is jealous, when somebody is greedy, when somebody is I don't know what. Knowing how somebody is feeling. Knowing your feeling and knowing their feeling. You have to know your feeling and you also have to know their feeling. Look, अहिले मैले के गर्दिएँ, यता घुमिरहेको छु, यता गएर हिँड्छु त म यहाँ आउनु पर्यो अब. Look, यिनीहरूले बिचारा के छ, ओ सर आज के भयो, सर हामीले कहिले ध्यान दिनुहुन्न, यता आउनुहुन्न, सोध्नुहुन्न, उतै जानुहुन्छ. Look, affective feeling. They may feel we are being neglected, so I should attend them. Knowing how other people feel, that is called what competence? What competence do you call it? Affective competence. Okay, say operational competence. Okay. Ability to express feelings outwardly. Ability to process information. Ability to appreciate others. Ability to choose verbal, non-verbal message. Ability to interact. Also deal गर्ने क्यापेसिटीले भन्छ कि अपरेसन भनेको डिल गर्ने. बजारमा गयो, सामान किने गयो, किने लिएर आउँछ, सबै गर्छ. बोला लिएर आउँछ, काम गराउँछ, डिल गर्न सक्ने कि अरूसँग. So once again, last फेरि भनौँ त ल. Cognitive competence, affective competence, operational competence. Okay. Now we'll move to Now, how do you learn host communicative competence? The question is, how do you learn host communicative competence? Either you learn through direct face-to-face. तिमीले लिम्बू भाषा बोल्न आउँछ? आउँदैन. तिमीले नेवार बोल्न आउँछ? हल्का आउँछ. पढालाई नेवारीमा के भन्छ? आउँदैन. लेखालाई के भन्छ? याक्न चोया दिशा भन्छ. छिटछिट लेखी बक्सिस भनेको. याक्न बन दिशा पढी बक्सिस भनेको. फेट्टु बस भनेको. बस भनेको आज. फेट्ना दिशा बसी बक्सिस भनेको. बिनी मिल्यो मेरो? मिल्यो? याक्न चोया दिशा के भन्छ? छिटो लेख भन्दाखेरि. छिटो लेख कसरी भन्ने नेवारीमा? आएन मलाई. मैले कीर्तिपुरमा सिकेको. कीर्तिपुरमा. Okay. You learn host communicative competence by face-to-face interaction. Face-to-face interaction. You learn the other culture through face-to-face interaction. Now, you also learn host communication competence through mass media like radio, like television. Say with me, radio, television, newspaper, magazine, movie, art, music, drama. That's how you learn culture, right? Okay. There are two forms of cultural learning. There are two forms of mass communication experience. You can learn communicative competence either through informational message like kitab padhne or through entertainment message like movie hearne. You can learn cultural competence either through entertainment oriented message or through exposure or information oriented message. Say with me, newspaper, magazine, television, radio, documentary, comedy, tragedy, comics, face-to-face talk. Okay. Now, the next. So far we were talking about role of social communication. Say with me, role of social communication. Once again. Personal communication. Social communication. Host communication competence. Cognitive competence. Affective competence. Interactive competence. Okay, now we move to next topic, that is त्यहाँ लेख्दै जाने बत्ती गयो भने त्यहाँ लेख्ने. Write down role of environment. Write down role of environment. यो कसैले बनाइदेऊ, यहाँ जान्ने कसो बनाइदेऊ. Role of environment. एकजना आउन, यो कम्प्युटर खोल्नु न कसैले. आर्यले गर्छ ल. Okay, draw 3 arrows. Draw 3 arrows under that. Role of environment, draw 3 arrows. बनाऊ है, यता म पढाउँदै गर्छु, बनाऊ न. Okay, right. 1. Host receptivity. Host receptivity. HOST. Host receptivity. 2. Host conformity. Host conformity. 3. Ethnic group strength. Ethnic group strength. त्यो ओपन भइरहेछ. Once again, host receptivity, host conformity, ethnic group strength. Who is the host culture? The culture where you go. The culture where you go. Who is the home culture? Where you come from. Your home culture is Limbu culture, Nepali culture. If you go to Australia, Australia will be host culture. Okay. Host receptivity means when you are in a foreign culture and when you do something in a certain way, if the way you are doing is not appropriate, they will look at you with a strange face. They will laugh at you. They will mock you. They might scold you. You may fall in big problem because you don't know how to do things. So in a foreign culture, your behavior should be accepted by the majority. Being Nepali in America, you're minority. Being Nepali in America, you're minority. Americans are in majority. So your style of doing things should be acceptable to the Americans. That is called host receptivity. That is called host. खोलो त. Where is the file? होइन, त्यहाँ छ, कपी गरे हो. उसले जाने जाने अरू खोल्छ टाइम बिताइदिनलाई. त्यहाँ छैन, बाहिर छ. यहाँ इङ्ग्लिस सेकेन्ड सेमेस्टर यहाँ छ. क्लोज गर. दिवाकर भन्ने खोज. त्यो नामै छैन, 102 नै छैन त्यसमा. त्यसमा छैन. बाहिर जाऊ त, बाहिर जाऊ, बाहिर जाऊ. नाम फाइलको नाम हेर न. यस्तो तिमीहरूले यो हाम्रो माइन्ड यस्तै छ, भद्रगोल पारेको छ नि, सबै कहाँ भेटिन्छ. पावर पोइन्ट हेर न कहाँ छ. पावर पोइन्टको आइकन हेर न. त्यो होइन, त्यो पावर पोइन्टै होइन. यसुसीलाई सोध, उसले खोलेको अघि कहाँ छ हेर त. यहाँ त केही भेट्नै छैन. एडप्टिङ टु न्यू कल्चरको नाम छ कि. अडप्ट प्रिन्ट चाहियो अडप्टिङ टु न्यू कल्चर ADAPT हेर त नामले खोज न भेटिहाल्यो त कहाँ थियो ओके Role of environment. Listen. When you consider the environment of communication, there are three things: host receptivity, host conformity, and ethnic group. What is host receptivity? I'm Nepali, and if I go to Australia, I'll be in minority. Australians will be majority. Now the Australian culture is host culture. Nepali culture is home culture. Now the way I behave, the way I talk, the way I walk, the way I interact, that must be accepted by the Australians. If they don't accept, I'll be a fool. I'll be a fool. So the host culture must receive my style of interaction. Now what does it mean? It means I must very carefully watch how they do things, and I must try to do things as they do. If I differ, they will laugh at me. If I differ, they will laugh at me. That is called host receptivity. Another is host conformity. I should watch people, foreign people, and I must conform my behavior to their behavior. Third is ethnic group strength. If my population is very low, I have to follow their culture. Always have you seen, minority is expected to follow the majority. Minority is expected to follow the majority. Rusha, also nagarne. Sunne. Minority is expected to follow the majority. Now in America, Nepalese may be in minority or they are in minority. So they have to follow American culture. What is ethnicity? The minority population ethnicity. The population which is less in number is ethnicity. For example, Chinese people in America are ethnic people, right? Three things. So once again, say with me. Say with me. Host receptivity. Host conformity. Ethnic group strength. Okay, number 4 is, wait a minute. Predisposition. Say with me. Personality. Say preparedness. Ethnicity. Personality. Predisposition is my character. For example, am I lazy? Am I active? Am I determined? Am I open? Am I narrow-minded? Am I open-minded? Am I progressive? Am I conservative? Right? If I am open, I will adopt new culture faster. If I am narrow-minded, I will learn new culture slowly. If I am curious, I will learn new culture faster. If I am lazy, I will learn new culture slowly. Right? Okay. Preparedness means being ready for new culture. Now, what is ethnicity? People less in number with their own characteristics. Okay. What is personality? 3 things. Say with me. Openness. Strength. Positivity. If you are open, you change fast. If you are strong, you change fast. If you are positive, you change fast. Okay, let's summarize. Summary now. Cultural adaptation is two-way. It is a joint venture between the stranger and the host culture. There are difficulties we face, but if we are ready, we can change. Right? So once again, what are the elements that help in cultural adaptation? Say with me. Social communication. Personal communication. Then what was the next one? Communicative environment. Receptive. Okay, what did I say? No. Host receptivity. Host conformity. Ethnic strength. Then predisposition. Preparedness. Personality. And ethnicity. Give us a big hand. पढ्नुस् भोलि सानो पोएम छ कसले प्रेजेन्ट गर्छ फ्ली को बाँकी छ प्रेजेन्ट गर्न बाँकी अब यता बाँकी को छ प्रेजेन्ट नगरेको कुशलले गरे के छ गरे छैन नि त गरेन नि त भोलि पोएम को छ म गर्छु भन्ने पोएम गर्छु भन्ने ल तिम्रो नाम के हो
सर हामीलाई यो च्याप्टर दिनुभएको छ सर तपाईले
गरेन नि त
सर अब
हो ल आयो पख लु न एउटा भोलि पोएम प्रेजेन्ट गर्ने चाहियो भलन्टियर भोलि पोएम प्रेजेन्ट गर्ने म गर्छु भने चाहियो अनि बल्ल खाजाको ब्रेक हुन्छ भोलिको पोएम म गर्छु प्रेजेन्ट भन्ने मान्छे चाहियो मलाई